Hi, this is Kathi Quinn with Floriani. Floriani is a division of R&K Distributing, and I want to welcome you to this week's Project of the Week. Well, this week we're going to look at a little tool called Shape Echo. Hope Yoder used this week and reminded me of what an amazing tool it is. And I thought, you know what? It's one of those little things that we don't really think about and don't realize the amount of creativity we have in one little one-click wonder. So let's come up here to the top. The first thing I want to do is I want to create a block. Now this could be any shape. It could be a circle. It could be any shape. But let's create a block. I'm going to select that block. I'm going to transform, and I'm going to go ahead and make this about a 6-inch by 6-inch block so we can play a little bit. I'm going to apply. I'm going to come over to my left-hand toolbar to my magnifying glass. And if you double click on that, that will fit to screen. You usually see me come up here, go up here to fit, click on the screen. But if you want to fit something to the screen very rapidly, come over and double click on the magnifying glass and it will fit it to screen. Now that I have this, we're going to come look at the magic Shape Echo. Now we have a echo quilting which goes around a design that's sitting in the center. It goes around a shape. Then we have contour, which actually contours the shape that's here. So if I picked contour, I would get square contouring. But I want to talk about Shape Echo. So down here at the bottom, this orange icon at the end, I'm going to left mouse click on it. And it's going to bring up some fun shapes. So I'm going to grab, let's just grab this POW. Now what it's going to do is center this and echo that shape. Now right now the density on that is only about 1/4 of an inch. Maybe I would like that about 20 millimeters, maybe closer to 3/4 of an inch. Might even want it bigger. So that in itself is a really cool look. You could stitch out a complete block like this, you know, do a table runner with some sections of it like this. Lots of stuff you could do with it. But let's play with it further. Now we already see that we can change the density in between the echoes, but let's come over to our shape tool and left mouse click on it. And now I can actually pull the center somewhere else. When I hit return or enter, now that is where it's going to center Shape Echo from. How cool is that? That's a really nice little look. What if I wanted to put this star and then put maybe You Shine or a little design down here? I could put that on top of the Shape Echo looking very, very nice. So I could bring in a design and work it with a design as well as plain. Let's just look at some of our other shapes. Some of the stuff we can do. Go back to Shape Echo, and I'm going back for a reason. Now notice if I pick this bubble, since I'm just replacing it, it still sees the center where I had left it. So I could come back in and say, well, you know what? I really don't want the center that far up with this bubble. Maybe I want it closer to the center. Hit your enter. Now, if I wanted to start fresh, of course, I would just draw a new square and start over. Now, this one, I want to go ahead. Let's put it about 1 inch apart from our echo. See how that looks. It doesn't look as good. However, if I come in, and I'm going to go ahead and go to select, because remember, we need to select it for our Shape Echo to become alive again. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab this flower shape. Now I'm going to put it at about a 20, apply, and that looks really good. In fact, I'm going to put that at about 1 inch. That looks pretty good. I really like that look. What a pretty block. Use some variegated thread. Put this in a block, put this on a section, put it on a jacket, put it on a bag. There is so much you can do with this Shape Echo, just this one simple little tool. And you can work with it. I could make this bigger even. Let's go ahead and say maybe 30. And I could come in here and I could create some 3-dimensional flowers to put in the middle of this and have that echo around it. That would be really cute. And we could do that easily. I could come into my custom shapes, come down, and just since I have a flower, we could do a star. We could do lots of shapes because we have those shapes in our Shape Echo as well. Let's just grab this little flower. Let's pull it over. Let's make it smaller. Whoops. I guess I'll make it smaller if I can grab it here. There we go. So let's make this a little smaller. Now I could go ahead and do a steel stitch around it. I could create a center in it by going back to the shapes. And y'all have seen this exercise, so y'all could do this very easily. We're going to go ahead and move this up. Go ahead and turn that into a steel stitch as well. I am going to select that steel, hold my control, and select the outside steel. And what I'm going to do is I want to combine those shapes so that when we have them together, they will stay together. So I'm going to go ahead and combine, or group, I'm sorry. I'm going to group those shapes, I apologize. I'm going to group it. Now let me turn off this artwork so we don't have to look at artwork. I'll just delete that one. Now I could stitch this out on a silk. I could stitch this out on an organza. I could put it on any kind of fabric, stitch it out separate, or I could stitch it out on top of if I just wanted embroidery thread. But then I could place in here and give us a dimensional look on top of this. There's a lot of creativity you have with this one simple little tool in our Total Quilter software. So play with it, look at it, do some fun things with it. Check your shapes out, play with shape to shape, see what you've got. I mean, I can see so many ideas in here just looking. Whoops, I did Shape Echo inside this flower with that other shape. And that's a good idea. Let's grab this. Let's come to Shape Echo and let's do the flower in the flower. That's pretty cool looking. That's a cool way to take a shape and use Shape Echo within the shape itself. So there's a lot that we can do with Shape Echo to have a good time. Say that 10 times fast. Shape Echo. I'm having trouble with it. But I look forward to seeing you next week. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you picked up some little tips in here. And I want to remind you, the Progressive Classroom, the next project is out. Remember, our first project, our wall hanging, is free, and it will be free through the 31st of August on the Progressive Classroom. But we've also got the first month's project out, which is the designer jacket. So please check out the Progressive Classroom, get more in-depth lessons, and have some more fun. But I look forward to seeing you again next week at our club. Have a great week.